switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check X3. 218, chop, get it.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yeah. You don't want none. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Leo! Hey, lock it! Hey! High 7! General West, let's go!
Here's a 2nd and 7. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Ready, break. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jayon Brown gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Look at me. Go.
2nd and 15. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Out of the gun now on third down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
On the double.
Now back to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win. You draw quarters.
2nd and 3. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On third down, Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Don't be scared of it.
50.
From the 31, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. With it is Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. He cuts right. There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They'll set up a throw, and this is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
58 for Mike.
Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Bring it. Bring it. Right side. Right side.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Let's go.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
Watch the curve.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Switch.
Attack. 15.
Bravo.
Right side.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. It's caught by Davis. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
66.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes flushed out right. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
60 outlaw.
Mike 58, right there. Pick me up. Here we go.
On first down, Blackwell. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Yellow. On the water, right? I don't think you got it, son. 43.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 57, Tyler, 57.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Check right. Check. Hey, Sunday. Hey, Riblet. Delta.
And again, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
SOS.
2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up past the 20. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 31, Mahomes, complete to Washington. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. My turn. 44's the mic, 44's mic. Check. No. Off. Buzz. Be ready. Deuce. Alert. My turn.
Now a handoff looking right. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Colts send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And look at this. It's a fake. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. Blackwell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
On second down now, Blackwell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Mahomes will try again on second down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Easy, attack. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Pilot, 64, weak. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. All right, me and you all day.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready? 90, wolf. 58, right there. Touchdown, defense.
On first down, Blackwell. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
X3, 283, chop.
2nd and 6. He completes it to Westbrook. Trotty. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Yellow. Let's go. Yellow. Attack. 44 to Mike.
On first down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes going to throw. It's caught, blocked it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
That's good for the Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and I think the ball's out, and the Jags grab it. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, the 20, 10, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
36, Colts 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check pass.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He lets it fly for Lockett. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 43, 15. Easy.
Mahomes now to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
Hey, D-line, let's get it. Hey, Foxtrot. 61, shoot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 57, 57. Echo.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Jet bomber, 22, jet bomber. Yellow.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10.
General West.
They're going to look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know. The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to stop. 58 to Mike, 58.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's brought in by Washington. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang.
Recon, 132 fight.
Yellow, let's go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And he connects with Ebron. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Come on.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Watch Avery Creeping. Squeeze. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 49, check 49, check 49. Hard. 25. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Jump.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Harper. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady.
3 bucks.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the